Lesson 17, Dashboards. So here we're looking at our development steps, and we are down here in the Create Dashboard section here. So that's what we'll be doing today, is we'll be creating a dashboard. So let's get started. Okay, first thing we want to do is we want to go ahead and log into our org. So we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, we're logged in. And let's go ahead and we'll open up. We'll start working on our flight management dashboard. Okay, so here we have dashboards, flight management. So the place you need to go to create a dashboard is you need to go and find your dashboard tab. It's in the D's here. So we'll click on there. So here we have a dashboard. And what we want to do is we want to go ahead and create a new dashboard. So the first dashboard, again, this is going to be related to the flight manager. So this will be the flight manager dashboard. So we'll do that. The other thing is we want to see what folder we want to put this in. So we actually went ahead, I created a public dashboard folder here. So this is just going to be a public folder, and I'm going to put all my dashboards in here. And I'm going to go ahead and select folder. So that's there. I'm going to go ahead and create. And now we have the, oh, you know what? I do want to change this to flight management. There we go. Save that. And we're good there. Okay, so the next step that we want to do is, first thing we want to do is just kind of create a dashboard that kind of just gives a count of the planes that we have. So I want to go ahead and add a widget to the dashboard. So you click the plus on the widget there. And again, it's going to be, the dashboard is going to be based on a chart or table. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And it's going to be based on the plane inventory report. So we'll go ahead and click on that, select, and that brings that over here. Now, one thing that we have not done here, or can I do this? If I do a make there, so I did it by make, but it won't let me actually do anything because I have to add, actually have to go in and add a chart to my report, or none of this will work. So we're gonna have to pop out of here. I'm gonna go ahead and save this for now, but I'm gonna have to go back to my reports, go to the plane inventory, and one thing we have to do is we need to add a chart to it. Now, you can't add a chart, notice it's not enabled until you add a group. So this is where we have to go in here. I'm gonna group it for now. I'm gonna group it on the make. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. We'll group it on the make. It pulls it out of columns because now it's grouping it by make. And then we're gonna go ahead and do a save and run. So it makes our chart look different, but the thing with the grouping is it allows your totals down here. So you have to group it by something so that the totals appear, and then you can also add our chart. That's what we're doing here. I want to change the default chart type is not the one I want, which is the bar chart. I actually want a different kind of chart. So I'm going to go ahead and pick donut for now. And because there's only one make, Boeing, so that's going to encompass our entire donut chart right now. So I went ahead and added that. Chart title, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to go ahead and just name it donut for now. And I think that's good. So we have our donut chart. This really doesn't matter because this isn't what's going to appear in our dashboard. Okay, So we have that. Let's go back to edit, and we'll go ahead and save. And I think we're good there. And then save and run, I guess. We'll do that. All right, that's good. So I think we have our report, our plane inventory report, and now we can go back to our flight management dashboard, edit it, and click the widget again, and click the plane inventory. Now when we do this, now we have a lot more options displaying here. So first thing we have is we want to click on this plane inventory. It's based on the record count. Now this record count is kind of too high because we don't have like 100 of these. So something a little bit more reasonable, maybe making this say 20 for now. That's an invalid range. So I think if we make that 20 and then do like a 10 and then a 15, I think that'll give us a little better of a scale for our plane inventory for now. So it's not a bad choice for now because we only have 2 planes. We can show a lot of different things, like what's the percentage. We can show the value there, show the range 0 to 10, or we can show what makes sense here. I don't think percentages make sense, but the actual value does. And it says, hey, we have 2 planes. So that's good there. And again, the title says plane inventory. That's fine. You can play with the color schemes down here. I'm not going to do that. So I click on add. And now we have our plane widget over here that's got the inventory, those inventory numbers there. So I'm going to go ahead and save that. And that creates our dashboard there. So the other kind of dashboard that we probably want to pull in, because I want to create 2 different dashboards, one for flight management, and I want to go ahead and create another one. If I go over here, click a new dashboard, and I want to create one for the customer. So we'll do a customer service dashboard, and then this is going to be customer service. Again, I'm going to go ahead and do a public dashboard, select the folder, that looks good, click create, and now we're here. I'm going to go ahead and save this, and now again I'm going to try the widget, but again I think I need to go back to my reports here and go look at the customer report. Alright, so now we have 3 records, but I need a chart in order to add it to the dashboard. So I need to go back and edit this, and then I had to add a grouping. Let's see, the grouping that I can add here, there's not really a good unique way of grouping these things, so I'm just going to group it by account name. So let's go ahead and do that. Again, this helps, so I'll go ahead and save that, and then I'm going to add a chart. I'll have to refresh this. There we go. So now I have my chart. And again, I'm just going to do a donut. It doesn't really matter what we put in here for now. So we'll just do a donut here. And let's see. Actually, for this one, I'm just going to do a different kind of chart here because I may want to reuse this. And what I want to do is maybe group this differently. Let's group this by, I group it by name. I wonder if I group it also by the billing state. So let's try and do that. Let's do billing state there. Alright, I think that's good. So let's go ahead and save and run this. See what it looks like. the shipping state. I want the billing state. Yeah, billing state. There you go. Save and run. See what that looks like. Yeah, it doesn't look that different. It did go over because there's really only one thing here. Oh, but maybe what I could do on the charting, if I go ahead and edit it, I guess what I could do here is say, add the y-axis is the account name. Wonder if I could change my y-axis to be the state. That's more of what I want. And then this is going to be customer by state. This makes a little more sense here. So let's go ahead and we'll save this. Save and run it. All right. And this is no state, and this is Connecticut over here. All right. So that looks good. Let's go back to our customer service. And now we're going to go ahead and edit and click on our widget here to add a chart or table. All right, so here's the customer report. I'm going to click on that, select, and now this is a little different. So we want to go ahead and actually do this. And we're going to make those changes again to our customer. We don't have a lot of customers, so I'm just going to put 10 here. Well, maybe we do 20 again. That turned out to be a good number. Then we have 10 and 15. So I think that added that. And again, I also have a couple other things here. We didn't want to put, I think just showing the value is good. So we have 3 customers. So we're going to go ahead and add it. There's our dashboard, and I think we're good. So now we created 2 dashboards. If I go back here, we have our flight management dashboard and our customer service dashboard. Obviously, we can go ahead and add more charts to our dashboard, but this is a good start for now because I want to eventually come back in the later videos, add the application homepage, and then add the dashboards and the charts to the application homepage. So I want to go ahead and do that later. So that's why I'm kind of just setting up the dashboard right now. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is after we create the dashboard is we're going to go ahead and make sure we save it. So we're going to go back to Visual Studio. Again, we're going to do a preview of what we're going to pull from our org. And here you see our reports. We have a dashboard folder that we created, and plus we have our 2 dashboards. Again, it's got this randomized name, but these are the 2 dashboards that we created. So I'm going to go ahead and pull these in. Do a start. Okay, so here we have our dashboards. So here's the folder, the public folder, and then here's the actual dashboards. I don't know if this actually has the name of the dashboards somewhere. And yeah, here we go. There's a description. There's no name, but it looks like the description has the name in it. Yeah, looks like customer service there. Oh, no, title. No, actually we have title there, so we're good. Just curious as far as what that looked like since the name isn't on the actual file. So, but the dashboards are in there, everything's in there, so I think we're good there. Okay, so thank you again for joining us. This was lesson 17. Again, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe so that other people can hear about it. And until next time, see you later.